I don't know how many people relate to this feeling, but you know this feeling when you just want to help somebody, you know exactly what they should do to help them out of their situation, and you try to tell them, but they don't just listen to you. It's almost like anger and disappointment at the same time, and you end up just feeling as if they are dumb at the end of the day, because you know that if they did whatever that you're saying, they'd basically be out of their situation and they'd be good. But for some reason they don't want to listen to you, and you start thinking and being like, why are you so dumb, bro? But one thing that I realized, that I also think you need to realize, is that people won't change unless they want to. The reason why you were so excited whenever you had that epiphany or found out whatever that you found out that could help this person is because it's something that you were looking for. It's something that you worked hard to find. But then, instead of finding what you were looking for, you found something better than what you were looking for. You found more than what you expected. Therefore, you had that epiphany, right? So whenever you try to relate that epiphany to someone else, they don't get it. Why? They were never looking for that epiphany. And I've had this encounter many times with family members, because I've been reading a lot of books and I've been listening to a lot of podcasts of smart people and taking all these courses from way back in 1999 and all these things, right? So I had to find a solution, bro. And that's exactly why I'm here also, to share with you and to find if there's anyone who can relate to this. One thing that you need to do, bro, is don't push yourself too much on them. As I said, people won't listen or won't learn unless they want to. An example is, let's say you have these 3 artists that you listen to music-wise, and you won't listen to anyone else because you only like these 3 artists' music. And then your friend comes to you and then they try pushing on this new artist on you and saying, bro, you need to listen to this artist, they are fire, they're the new artist thing, blah blah blah, right? What would you do? Be honest. You won't listen to the new artist. If you do, it will probably take you months, right? But the first initial reaction is you won't listen to the new artists because you're content with the 3 artists that you have. But by some mistake or accident, if you end up hearing the new artist music, maybe at a shop or on the radio, and then you're like, who's this artist? That's when you end up listening to them. If you come across them by mistake, and if they blow your mind, right? That's what you need to understand. And if you get past that point where you keep on pushing them and they don't want to listen to you, you just end up pissing them off. That's one thing that you also need to realize. It will get annoying and you end up just judging them and just talking about how dumb they are in your own mind and almost neglecting them. Like I said before, you end up thinking, why are you so dumb, bro? I'm literally trying to change your life, give you information that helps you in your life, but you still won't listen to me. How dumb can you be? It can't get any dumber than this. Like someone is in a situation where they desperately need the information that you have, and you know that if they apply the information that you're giving them, their life would improve, but they still don't listen to you. It will end up just ruining your relationship with them. So don't try to push it onto them. Me also to the next part, the most important part actually. Never withhold your love from those people, your friends and your family. Those people who still won't listen to you when you have the information that you think they need. Don't withhold your love from them, because that's the worst thing that you can do. Imagine they're going through whatever they are going through. You try to help them. Then now they don't have anyone, just because you rate their relationship with you. So don't withhold your love from them, because 9 times out of 10, they need it the most, bro. And you would have just ruined your relationship with them. For what? For information. Now that all is said and done, how do you actually get your family members and your friends to actually get into self-improvement? Because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do, right? No matter how much I give you reasons why not to, it's human nature, bro. Even I would not stop if I told myself these things. So basically, we want what's best for our family, right? So what you should do is you should tell them about it. Let them know it exists, but don't try to convince them. What does that mean? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can never make them do something. All you can do is to let them know that it exists, right? So that when they're finally in that situation where they need that information, they remember, oh, Rodney once told me, James once told me, Paul once told me, Rodrigo once told me that there's this that you can do, right? They're not stuck. Because at the end of the day, you care for your people, right? You want what's best for them. So tell them that it exists, but don't try to convince them. That's what people don't want. No one ever asked you to convince them, bro. No one asked to get preached to. People don't like going to church. Why? Because they don't like sitting there for 2 hours listening to a speech, to a preacher preach, right? So don't try to preach to them. Let them know that it exists, but don't try to manipulate them into doing whatever that you want them to do. Because if you get to the point where you're trying to manipulate them to do what you want them to do, even though you think it will benefit their lives, You're not doing it for yourself, bro. For your own ego. At the end of the day, you want them to do what's best for them. So if they think not listening to you is what's best for them, let them go with their knowledge, with their stupidity, basically. At the end of the day, they'll realize how much you cared about them by giving them that information when they're finally in the situation where they need that information. So yeah, just tell them about it, let them know that it exists, but don't try to convince them. Then, the most important thing that you need to do for them to get into self-improvement is to focus on yourself and to let them see who you are becoming. Let them see what you are becoming and what you're developing into, and how your life is taking off, and how basically everything is working in your own favor, and how you're improving. And they'll have no choice, bro. Be the shining example, so much to the point that it becomes impossible to ignore you, to the point where they kind of admire you. Because when someone gets to the point where they admire you, bro, they basically want what you have. They like something about you, and 9 times out of 10, it's human nature. When someone likes something about you, they want that thing to become theirs. Same thing, you also probably know someone who is great at talking to people at your school. You want that characteristic of them. So if other people can see that characteristic in you, how your life is improving, let's say you're making more money, your grades are improving, you're greater socially, you have emotional control, physically you're buff, you're getting stronger, getting bigger, better, faster, and everything about your life is taking off. They'll want those characteristics also. So at the end of the day, they have no choice but to ask you what you're doing, and therefore now you can share your knowledge with them, and now their lives can also improve. At the end of the day, focus on yourself and let them see who you're becoming. Don't show them. Another important thing, don't show them who you're becoming. Because showing them is basically like trying to say, hey yo guys, toting this big head and saying, guys, I'm into self-improvement. Can you see how my life is going so well? Do you also want your life to go well? Well, you know what? Give me a call on 0911 and I'll sell you this merch. It's like being a salesman and just being egotistical and narcissistic. Don't do that. Don't show them who you are becoming. Let them see who you are becoming. They see it. Don't try to impress. Be impressive. Get that? And I hope you learned something from this video. And yeah, bro, the most important part again, focus on yourself and let them see who you're becoming. Because it's really not that nice, bro, when you're trying to genuinely help somebody and you know that what you're saying works, but they still choose not to listen to you. Let me know if you can relate and if you have had any experiences like these. And yeah, bro, welcome to DC. The dream is cool. Give your heart and the world is just to conquer. Take care. And if you also don't like DC, the name, help me come up with new ideas, bro, because it was literally my last option, but I kind of like it, so take care.